Thank you, Ernest. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for registering for this My Start Ahma topic series, using Trace Together to keep Singapore safer together. I'm Serene from VMware. Nice to have you here. And before I kick off this Trace Together sharing, I would like to actually share some happy news, which is released today by Smart Nation Singapore. The happy news to round off the year is that we actually passed the 70% mark for Trace Together adoption. And thanks to 3.8 million residents who make this possible by using the app or the token. So to give a breakdown, actually 1.75 million residents actually use the token. They have actually collected the tokens, and about 2.06 million users actually use the app for Trace Together. So without further ado, now I'll walk you through more details regarding the app. And also, Singapore actually announced that we will actually enter into phase three on 28th December. With this, actually the social gathering group is increased from 5 to 8 people in total. So let's not let our guard down. Let's use Trace Together. And the use of Trace Together app or token is actually mandatory by end December. And the Trace Together only token for safe entry is to be implemented early 2021. So if you're wondering what is Trace Together, only safe entry requirement, that is actually currently when we go to like shopping mall or enter any shops, we will actually take out our phone to scan the QR code using the camera features of our phone. So with this moving forward, Trace Together only safe entry requirement, we will be able to do the safe entry check-in only via Trace Together app or the token itself. So you may be wondering what is the difference between Trace Together then and safe entry. So to give you a quick overview, the Trace Together actually helps MOH to quickly identify those who had close contact with someone who had tested positive for COVID-19, whereas the safe entry actually helps MOH to quickly identify places where there are many new COVID cases happening. So let me share with you a video regarding the Trace Together.
Play your part in fighting COVID 19 with just two simple steps. 1. Download Trace Together and help those around you up. 2. Turn on your Bluetooth, and it is as simple as that. Get peace of mind for you and your family through community-driven contact tracing. Trace Together helps contact tracers notify you more quickly if you had close contact with a COVID-19 case, whether or not you know the person. But how does it work? Trace Together uses Bluetooth signals to determine when your phone is near another phone that also has the app installed. Both phones exchange anonymized IDs, which are then stored in encrypted form only on your phone. If a user gets infected with COVID-19, he or she will be asked to give contact tracers access to the Trace Together data, a list of anonymized IDs that your phone has been close to. And that's really it. No geolocation or other personal data is collected. The anonymized IDs will help contact tracers quickly identify and contact people at high risk of infection to provide care and prevent the spread of the disease. Take this time to 1. Download Trace Together and help those around you to set it up. And 2. Turn on your Bluetooth. The more people on board Trace Together, the faster we can combat COVID-19. Trace Together, safer together.
So from this video, you can actually tell that the Trace Together app actually leverage on the Bluetooth technology to make this work. So what is Bluetooth? You may wondering. So Bluetooth actually operates on like ultra high frequency radio waves, which is similar to Wi-Fi. However, Wi-Fi actually can be used from long range, but Bluetooth is actually meant for like usage of short range, less than 10 meter. So Bluetooth originally is developed to replace connection cables between devices. So for example, if currently I use a earpiece, which is the wired connection cable to plug into my mobile phone, I can actually access to the to the sound, or I can actually access to the audio from my phone. Whereas with this Bluetooth technology, I can actually use a wireless earpiece connection to listen to the audio, to be able to communicate, to pick up phone calls and such using the Bluetooth technology. So unlike Wi-Fi, right, Bluetooth actually does not actually use our mobile phone data. So Bluetooth actually transmit data from device to device, and it actually operates over short distance. So it actually conserves energy, and for better security, it's actually exchange like radio frequency as many times as 1,600 times per second. So if you're wondering whether using this Trace Together app, leveraging on Bluetooth technology, will it actually eat into your battery life of your phone? The answer is no. So when I actually use Trace Together app, my battery life actually still span across 24 hours if I fully charge my phone. And um, so basically it doesn't actually affect much of the battery life, and also it won't actually add in additional cost to my mobile phone plan as well. And to give you a overview of like what are the things that we use using the Bluetooth technology. One of it that I covered earlier is the earpiece device, which is the hand-free Bluetooth earpiece device, and also for example some wearable devices like watch. These days we have like smartwatch or Fitbit and such. We also use the Bluetooth technology. We have wristband as well. So now we will actually need to know why contact tracing is important. So contact tracing is very important in the event if let's say, for example, when this COVID-19 or under such unprecedented time, right? If let's say I'm exercising in a park, taking a yoga class, then when actually COVID-19 hits, I'm not too sure like who else actually attended the class. Or for example, I don't really remember like where I had lunch, last Monday. It has been like so long ago. So for example, if the news reported like there is a case happening in, for example, ABC location, I won't be able to remember whether I have been there like last week because it may be so long ago. And also, for example, if I attend a event and I don't know, for example, this guy or this lady that I met, I don't have their contact number, I won't be able to actually identify myself whether I'm a potential COVID-19 patient if let's say I come into contact with the location that I have been. So contact tracing is important because it actually helps to reduce the virus spread in the community. And contact tracing actually has like limitation, right? So it actually need to actually remember like who we came into contact with and identify family, friends, not only strangers, and we also need to know their contact number. So with that in mind, actually there is this Trace Together initiative programs being rolled out during COVID-19, which is initiated by government technology agency together with Ministry of Health under SG United. So they actually roll out this mobile app and a token. So if you're wondering what is the token, let me give you a video.
Hello, I'm the new Trace Together token. We are here to enhance the contact tracing process. We remember the people you have been in close contact with, so that help can reach you and your loved ones much faster if you have been in close contact with a COVID-19 case. We do this with Bluetooth signals. We exchange signals with other tokens and phones with the Trace Together app turned on. In this way, we keep a record of all your close contacts. There is no GPS, and all the data stays on the token until a person is confirmed as a COVID-19 case. When that happens, the data we've collected on the token of the COVID-19 case will be used by authorized officers for contact tracing purposes. This helps the Ministry of Health reach you quickly if you have been in close contact with a COVID-19 case. You can then take the necessary actions to protect yourselves and your loved ones.
If you see a flashing green light, your token is working. If there is no flashing green light, or you see a red light, please email us or contact our hotline at 6973-6511. Remember, always carry only the token registered to you. Don't take your household members' tokens by mistake. Let's trace together for a safer Singapore.
So for example, this is a sample of the Trace Together token which I collected. Now let me actually share with you more regarding this token. So the first batch of token actually distributed to vulnerable seniors from 28th June. The Trace Together token actually meant for those who do not own or prefer not to use a mobile phone. Each token is personalized for individual use only. So it works as the same way as the mobile. The token will exchange the Bluetooth signal with other phones or token with Trace Together. The data of close contact will be encrypted and stored on the token for not more than 25 days. User of tokens will be informed by MOH if he or she was detected to be a close contact of a person with COVID-19. Token has an estimated battery life of average 6 months. Token has no GPS, so no location data is captured. And token has no internet connection, so the data cannot be extracted remotely. So this is an article which is published on Straits Times that there is a nationwide distribution of Trace Together token. So if you're wondering where to actually collect your token, you can actually go to this website, token.goware.gov.sg. So I'm going to walk you through the steps to actually collect your token if you need one. So go to the website and it will prompt you to enter your postal code. So after keying in your postal code, hit on go and it will actually reflects out the results like where is the nearest location to collect a token and what is the information needed and the collection date. So remember to bring your original ID with barcode for collection, such as your NRIC or your driving license. If you're collecting on behalf of your family members, remember to bring a copy of their ID as well. So residents can collect a token from the designated collection venue in your constituency. So there is a summary of the Trace Together token that you can keep for yourself and your loved ones safe from COVID-19. So let's trace together for a safer Singapore. Please do always bring your token with you when you go out. Check that the green light is blinking. Email or call the hotline if your token is faulty or misplaced, which means to say in the event that if you realize your token doesn't have the green light blinking out, or instead of a green light is blinking out the red light, please contact the hotline listed on the token. On each token, there is a hotline stated on the original sticker itself. So don't cover up the QR code on the token, which means to say that on this token, do not stick a sticker over here to cover the QR code. Don't drop or tamper with the token, and don't put the token near heat or into water. So having said that, personally, I collected the token and I find that it's very useful whenever I go into like shopping malls and etc. I don't need to actually take out my mobile phone to do a safe entry check-in. I can actually use my token to um, provide to the counter scanner, and then I take my temperature and I can enter the mall. So this Trace Together program initiative actually when developing these programs, we actually invite like external tech experts from the private sector to open and study the token. So they actually give some suggestion on how to improve it. So those tech experts actually have also confirmed that the token does not have GPS, so it won't be able to track the location of each user. Next, let's move on to the Trace Together mobile app. So in the event if you prefer to use the Trace Together mobile app, um, which is also highly encouraged, either to use the token or the Trace Together app, you can actually download from this slide itself. You can scan the QR code. If you're Apple iOS user, you can scan the QR code reflected on this screen on the left. And if you're an Android user, you can scan the QR code reflected on the right. So this QR code will actually bring you to the App Store or the Play Store for Apple or iOS or Android user. From there, you will need to download the app. And after downloading the app, it will actually take you less than 5 minutes to complete the necessary requirement to get the app set up. So I will flash out the slides for you to download the QR code later, but now let me walk through the steps to download and set up this Trace Together mobile app. So after downloading the app, you will then receive a introduction letter, which actually mention about, for example, the importance of using the Trace Together. It's not only helping yourself and also helping your loved one to contain the virus and protecting your loved one from the virus itself. So the Trace Together app actually helps you to remember where you went and who you will in the past few weeks. And it will notify you quickly if you are exposed to a COVID-19 patient, and data used only when needed by MOH. And the data stored in your phone after 25 days will be automatically deleted. So after downloading the app, right, you will actually need to register with your mobile number and your NRIC. So you will key in your mobile number, after which you click on Get OTP. Then you will receive a SMS with a 6-digit OTP that you need to enter. After you enter the 6-digit OTP, for example, it is 123456, then you click on verify. It will bring you to the next page, which you can then set up your profile. So to have your profile set up, you need to have your NRIC ready. So when you have your NRIC ready, you can click on proceed. Just simple information such as your name, the date of birth, your NRIC, and the issue date of your NRIC. And after reading through the agreement, you check on the box and you click on next. So after setting up your profile, you need to make sure that the Bluetooth is turned on your mobile device, and then you will be all good to go. And to turn on the Bluetooth device, go into setting of your phone and search for Bluetooth and switch it on. And this will be the landing page of the mobile device platform for Trace Together. So in the event if you have already downloaded Trace Together before, please go to more option under your profile to check whether is this the latest updated version. If it's not, then we'll strongly encourage you to update the app to the latest version. And some features which is really helpful when you are actually in the Trace Together app. This is the main page after you register your profile. So on this main page, right, you will get to see that you can do the SafeEntry check-in by scanning the QR code from this app itself. So you can click on scan QR code and you will be able to do the SafeEntry check-in. And you will be able to view your history of check-in by clicking on the history button right at the bottom of the main page itself. You can also actually check how many numbers of exchange with Trace Together user today. So for example, there is this number sharing over here in the main page, like 6 to 10 Trace Together devices nearby, which means to say that, oh, you are in contact with 6 to 10 Trace Together devices for today itself. This is a very nice feature to have. So I use it when I actually go to my favorite or regular place. So such as if I go to my nearby neighborhood supermarket at the NTUC Fair Price, I will actually save this as one of the favorite place. So whenever I actually need to go to the supermarket, I will then log into Trace Together, open the app, and click on favorite, and then I will be able to have the location here, which I can easily check in. There is also another feature which I find very helpful is the group check-in. So for example, if I'm going out with my parents, then for example, my mom is prefer not to use the mobile phone on her own to check in, then I can use the Trace Together app. I can do a group check-in. So for example, I can actually add my mom over there with her NRIC, and I click on the group check-in, then I can check in at one go for my mom and myself to enter to a particular shop. So this group check-in is very helpful. And in the event if let's say MOH actually need us to upload any data, they will contact us, and then on the upload button at the bottom of the screen, we will then actually provide the information needed, which is the upload code from MOH. Then we key in the code by clicking on enter upload code, and from there we will be able to upload the data. So that's all for my sharing about the Trace Together app.